Hey, what's good? My name's Kinell, and this is Sinister Cinema, where we get deep into the guts of classics and new releases from horror and exploitation cinema. Today, I'm having a look at horror films set at the beach. Beaches have been in the news a lot lately, what with people going to the beach, because they're now allowed to go to the beach, and people getting to the beach and seeing other people going to the beach and fuming at there being so many people at the beach. So yeah, beach horror films, summertime slashers, that's what we're talking about today. Now, beaches aren't something you traditionally associate with horror. I mean, generally, you associate it with the night time and the darkness and the more winter months, maybe autumn with Halloween and that. But there's a lot of good horror films set at beaches, so let's have a few of them, starting with Humanoids from the Deep.
Smitty! Get the engine started. Let's try to hook this thing up to the stern cleats here. What do you think?
Hey, let's get that engine moving!
Smitty, what the hell are you doing up there?
There's no oil pressure, Deke. I guess the damn pump's finally gone out.
Oh, shit! Why me? We gotta get this up. I'm carrying it. Oh, jeez, you hear that? It's gonna break. Hey, forget that over there, Jackie. Just come and give us a hand here now. Come on. Something's dragging up faster we can get it in. Come on, boy, get further down. Reach over and pull.
Come on, Jackie, pull it!
We gotta get the pressure on this boat! Jackie! Give me a hook!
Mayday, mayday, this is the buckle. We're in trouble.
Grab hold, Jackie, grab hold!
Humanoids from the Deep, 1980, directed by Barbara Peters and produced, of course, by Roger Corman. This is very Corman in tone and style. This is a good old-fashioned monster movie. It concerns a company that moves to a small fishing village and starts fucking about genetically with the salmon, which results in hideous mutants killing people. Safe. All the ingredients of a classic monster movie and well worth checking out. Now, there was a direct-to-TV remake in 1996. You don't need to worry about that one. Trust me. The 1981 is where it's at. Fucking banging film, check that one out. And next, we're going to a trauma film. Surf Nazis Must Die.
Sometime in the near future, a major earthquake will lay waste to the entire California coastline. From out of the rubble will rise a menace far more terrifying than the death and destruction. Surf Nazis. Who rules the beaches? Who rules the surfers? The beautiful beaches, once the crown jewels of California, are now ruled by ruthless gangs. Gangs are ruled by the Surf Nazis. Surf Nazis must die. Adolf, Ava, Mengele, Hook, Smeg, and the rest of their evil Reich. Something must be done to stop them because Surf Nazis must die. They're slaughtering the samurai surfers. They're devastating the designer wave. The beaches are no longer safe to hang around. Surf Nazis must die. Welcome to California, where the beaches have become battlefields and the waves are a war zone. Only one person is powerful enough, daring enough, brave enough to stop them. Only one person can ensure that Surf Nazis must die. She's tough.
I want to buy a gun. something to take the head off a honky at 20 paces.
She's dangerous. She's all woman. She's Leroy's mama. And as long as she's alive, the surf Nazis must die. First, there was the Road Warrior. Then there was the Terminator. Now comes an action film of relentless excitement. Lavishly produced by Robert Kinell. Stylishly directed by Peter George. Surf Nazis must die. Experience the passion of perverted romance. Know the evil of mankind's greatest villains. And taste the violent revenge.
Taste some of Mama's home cooking,
See the film that is creating a tidal wave of action all over the world. See Surf Nazis.
Surf Nazis must die. Yes, a trauma banger here. One of the more underrated ones. This one's set in some kind, I think it's LA, after some kind of big earthquake. And shit's divided off into gangs, warriors style. And one of the gangs that really run shit is the Surf Nazis. Now, this was made in the 80s, and many years ago, people generally regarded Nazis to be a bad thing that needed to be killed rather than defeated in the marketplace of ideas. Fuck off. But yeah, these Nazis, led by Adolf, assisted by Mengele, names of the characters, subtle references there, are fucking running shit in this beach area until the son of an old woman who lives in a retirement home fucking has her son killed by them, and she doesn't defeat them in the marketplace of ideas. She picks up the strap on multiple fucking hand grenades. Fucking this is very underrated by trauma standards. I think one of the reasons for this is that they don't go for the vaudeville slapstick humour thing that's so present in the likes of The Toxic Avenger and Class of Nukem High. With this, the whole film is played straight as fuck, and the humour comes from the amusing situation, and to my mind, it's all the better for it. I think it's fucking brilliant, this one, and I particularly like the synth soundtrack, which stands up there with the likes of Clockwork Orange. Very atmospheric, very interesting. Check that one out. Next up, The Mutilator.
What do you say? 4 days of R&R at the beach. I'm in.
She's in. I'm in. Sounds good to me.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
They thought their vacation would be fun. They were wrong. Dead wrong.
He's what's called a trophy hunter.
Bum 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 bum.
Dad used to tell me that he'd hunted everything but man.
Hey.
I'm coming to get you.
Ralph? Sue?
School was hell, but vacation was murder. The Mutilator.
The Mutilator, 1984. Now here we're dealing with a straight up slasher, and we know I love that shit. I'm sure you do too if you're checking out this shit. This one is set at the beach, in a beach house specifically, but not during the summer. It's set during the fall break, as we're repeatedly told by the shit song in the soundtrack.
Empty cottage sitting on the shore. Tourists all left about a month.
Shut up. That song does my fucking head in. Apparently the film was originally going to be called Fall Break. I don't know if it was titled after the song or if the song came after, but either way, it appears in full on the soundtrack a lot and it does my head in. And that's one of the only very bad things about the film that really, really does my tits in. Fucking, yeah, it's a pretty straight up slasher. There's some good kills in it, a lot of foreboding, people picking up huge hooks and going, what's this? Well, it's what's going to be used to kill you with anyway. The killer isn't masked or anything, so that differentiates it from some slashers in a way. But yeah, it's still a bit of a banger apart from that shit song. Moving on to another beachside slasher, Nightmare Beach.
1 week of non-stop partying guarantees to blow away so many brain cells you won't even remember your name. Oh, wow! Every one of these years, by sunrise Easter morning, I'm telling the whole school you're a bender.
I want to get off of this thing!
Welcome to spring break, the annual migration of the idiot.
Hey, biker parking only. Get a grip.
Chill out. Look, we don't want any trouble, all right?
Edward Diablo Santor, the state stands ready to execute you as charged. Do you have any last words?
May the Lord have mercy on you.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Drunk breakers, thinking it's a fun trick. Sick
Diablo's biker buddies.
He vowed he was coming back.
This is yours. Assaulting an officer with a deadly weapon. That's cause to blow your fucking pretty head off.
Who killed my friend?
Who?
Nightmare Beach. Yes, this is an absolute banger. Italian slasher set in America with a few giallo mystery elements in there for fucking vibes. This one's an absolute banger. It's directed by Umberto Lenzi, who's another one of my favourite Italian exploitation directors. He directed one of my favourite giallos, which is Eyeball, fucking my favourite cannibal movie, which is Cannibal Ferox, and fucking loads of other mad shit like Ghost House. He's a director who's well worth looking into. But this 1989 slasher is one of his finest works. It might not be considered his best film, but it's his best slasher, and I like slashers. Yes, this one's a bit of a fucking mad one. It's set on what appears to be a California beach, and it opens up with the leader of a motorcycle gang being executed on death row. Flipping sometime after that, a fucking mysterious biker looking like him rolls into town and starts killing people with an electric chair on the back of his bike. Thankfully, they don't keep that as their one form of killing throughout this. Because eventually, if everyone's dying every time they get on a motorbike, sooner or later people are going to figure out just don't get on that fucking bike. But yeah, fucking this is an absolute banger. Nightmare Beach is definitely one of the more underrated Italian takes on the slasher genre. Fucking get on it. I believe that's out on 88 Films. But if we're going to be talking about slashers that take place at the beach, or you know, in a kind of beachy environment, I would be amiss if I didn't mention one of my favourite films of all time, Lucio Fulci's Zombie Flesh Eaters.
Ahoy there! This is the Harbor Patrol. Anyone on board?
Yes, she looks abandoned.
Is it something big? That's just what we'd like to know.
One more step and I'm gonna blast you. Now freeze where you are!
Yes, it's my father's boat.
And how long since you last spoke to him?
Well, we have to go to Matul. We're trying to locate Anne's father. She hasn't heard from him for some time.
That's not a cool place to hit. Natives claim it's cursed. They avoid it like the plague.
I'm going to tell everyone that you're the one who's crazy. A demented, cruel, evil
What exactly did my father die of, Dr. Minoy? And the boat's crew, what happened to them?
What's about the dead coming back to life again and having to be killed a second time?
Voodoo's just superstitious horseshit.
Now, whatever it is, it makes the dead stand up and walk. I've seen it with my own eyes.
My father always said, when the earth spit out the dead, they will come back to suck the blood from the living.
I'm so scared we're not going to make it off this island.
They're coming back to life. They're everywhere.
Whatever it is, it makes the dead stand up and walk.
Zombie fucking Flesh Eaters. What a fucking film. Also known as Zombie, also known as Zombie 2. Reason for this is whilst the film was being made around the same time as Dawn of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead was released as Zombie in Italy, and it was very successful, so they just called the film Zombie 2. The Italians don't give a fuck. But to be honest, the zombies in this film have more to do with like the early sort of voodoo incarnations of zombies, like fucking from White Zombie and I Walk With a Zombie, than the more viral scientific zombies of George Romero. This is an absolute banger. Fucking involving some people travelling to the island of Matul, which has been infested with all kinds of zombie fuck shit, This is one of the greatest zombie films of all time, and I don't have enough good words to say about it. You've probably seen it. If not, you owe it to yourself to check this film out. What an all-time banger. It's got one of the greatest eye gougings in cinema history, with a big old bang boo splinter, and of course, the zombie versus shark scene. No matter how many times I watch that sequence, I will never, ever stop buzzing off it. What a fucking banger. So yeah, this has been 5 Seaside slashers for you. If you haven't seen any of those films, I'd urge you to check them out. But if you have seen them, let me know what you think. Do you rate them? Do you not rate them? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to hit that fucking like button over there, because that really helps me out. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Safe.